Live in the lobby of the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, David is with us. Hi, David. How are you?
Great. How are you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve, sir. Where are you from?
I'm from Winter Garden, Florida. It's a suburb just outside of Orlando.
Absolutely. Beautiful area. Welcome to Nashville.
Well, thank you.
So you're here in our lobby to do your debt-free screen.
I certainly am.
That's awesome. How much have you paid off, sir?
$252,000.
Whoa! And how long did that take?
It was about 54 months.
Wow. And range of income during that time?
Between about 80 up to about 115.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So what kind of debt is the 252?
Well, there was a student loan from law school in there and my mortgage.
You paid off your house and your law school debt.
Exactly.
Just like that. Boom. 54 months. So what is that? 4.5 years.
Yep.
Wow, that's intense.
It was, I got a little bit of a boost. My grandparents had given me some mutual funds when I was younger, and that totaled about $68,000. But the other 184 was just out of my budget each year.
Just scratching and clawing.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, cool. So you're single?
I am, yep.
Very cool. So what put you on this journey 54 months ago to decide that you really could pay off the law school debt? You really could pay off your house?
Well, to kind of give you a little bit of a background, Dave, your radio listeners can't see this, but my legs are paralyzed. 12 years ago, I fell off a porch, and my legs, from the waist down, have been paralyzed since then. I have a little bit of strength in my quads, so I'm standing here with a walker in front of you. But after that, I figured I couldn't go into my engineering type work that I was originally going to do, so I went to law school and racked up the student loans. And a couple of years after that, I was just kind of muddling along, making the minimum payments, had bought a new truck, had bought a house, and I looked up and I had, $252,000 in debt. And I think I was driving back one time listening to your show, and I had heard you before, but this was the first time that I really listened to what you were saying. And, I realized how much of a risk that debt was. And so I got home that night and started writing things down on my budget, and I realized that, I could flow, $40,000 a year out of my income. And so, I previously to that, I've been doing a little bit of everything. I was doing a 401k and an IRA and, obviously saving up for a truck, like I mentioned. And so, I basically just did exactly like you taught and focused on one thing, which was the student loan first. And, I threw a little bit of that extra money from the mutual funds, like I said, at it and threw my money at it, and that was gone within a year. And then I started looking at my mortgage, and, initially I thought, well, maybe I could be done by the time I'm 40. And, a year later, I was looking at being done by 39. And just this past spring, May 13th, I did it, and I was only 37 at the time. So
I love it. Very, very cool. So what kind of law do you practice?
I work in patent law. I'm a chemical engineer undergrad and then law school.
Wow.
And so basically I help people figure out if their invention is really new or if somebody came up with it years and years ago.
Yeah, you're really set up beautifully for that with both of those degrees.
Absolutely.
That's fabulous. That's a very valuable degree for you then. Well, good for you, man. Nothing holds you back.
Well, slow and steady. It was a lot of work. It definitely wasn't easy.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, congratulations. So when people find out you've had this, what's this house worth, by the way?
Probably about $230,000 to $250,000, somewhere in that area.
I love it. Congratulations. That is so neat. So when people found out that you paid off $252,000 in 54 months and they say, how did you do that? What do you tell them the secret to getting out of debt is?
I really think the key is believing that you can do it. There's so many people out there who, we kind of make mountains out of molehills in our minds. We have, my issue, obviously, I'm disabled. That's not going to change. But, it doesn't stop me from using my brain. And there's a lot of careers out there that, you can get by, using your brain rather than using your body. And so, I found a niche that I was able to do that. I think one of the things is that, no matter how bad our story is or how many difficulties we've faced, there's somebody, and there's probably somebody listening right now who's been through even more and who's already been down that path. And, they've been successful. They've gotten out of debt and, they're retiring now with dignity. And so I think as long as, once you know that somebody's already made that foray into the wilderness, and all you need to do is follow their steps, I really think that that's the key is once you believe you can do it and you know that somebody's been there before, that path exists.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what these debt-free screams do. They let people know that, a guy who fell off his porch and standing here with a walker went back, got his law degree, and then he cleaned up all that mess with $100,000, $115,000 income and standing here, literally, debt-free.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's very inspiring, dude.
Well, thank you.
I absolutely love it. Very fun. You're a hero, man. This is fun. Very, very cool. So what was the hardest part for you? I mean, 4.5 years. How do you avoid like a pity party in the middle of that?
I think it's, you really got to learn to say no to a lot of things, not just friends and family, but society, because, we're bombarded constantly by advertisements. And, you go on Facebook and you see people on vacation or out to eat or, new vehicles, and, you got a girlfriend telling you, oh, you should buy this, you can afford it. And she really just means...
I've heard about that kind of girlfriend.
Yeah, and she really just means, that you can afford the monthly payments, and that wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't the kind of lifestyle that I wanted. Yeah. I wanted to be debt-free. I wanted to, have that peace that comes from it.
Yeah.
And so, you need to learn to say no to a lot of things in your life.
Absolutely. Well, dude, you're an impressive man. This is fun. It's good to talk to you. I'm honored to meet you. We're going to give you a copy of Chris Hogan's book, Retire Inspired, signed by him. And if I had a copy of Rachel's, I'd give it to you because you just did a commercial for it. Live your life, not theirs, when you're saying, don't follow the advertisements. Don't let other people set your standards. And that's what she's talking about in that book that's going to change so many lives as well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, David from Orlando, $252,000 paid off in 54 months, making $80,000 to $115,000 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm debt free.
Yeah! Love it, love it, love it. Very well done, sir. Very well done. Man, that is fabulous. Congratulations, sir. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. You can do this. That really is the message. Whether you've got $270,000 in student loan debt or $27,000, whether you've got a $50,000 income or a $500,000 income,